Okay. Namaste, everyone. Good morning. Sit comfortably, relax yourself. Gently close your eyes. Generally, we will interlock the fingers, place your hands in your lap, cross your feet at the ankles, or sit cross legged. Any comfortable position is fine so that during the meditation, the attention will not keep going to the body discomfort too much. Also, remember before the meditation, you can drink a glass of water with a pinch of turmeric powder in it. And after the meditation, also, you can drink 2 to 3 glasses of lime juice. And sometimes maybe you can add amla juice to it. All this is for cleansing the body. Actually, when we do meditation, not only we are letting go of whatever we are holding on to mentally or emotionally, those things which we are holding on to for a long time, that actually that energy actually goes and settles down even in the physical body, like some toxins, waste matter. So during the cleansing which happens, even those physical toxins get released. So when we drink this water, it will flush out those toxins and purify at the cellular level. And haldi, turmeric all have medicinal properties. So the cleansing will be even more deeper. So as more cleansing happens, there will be less disturbance in the body. So in turn, that helps us to remain more calm mentally, physically, emotionally. So that in turn helps us to remain focused and look deeper within. So each thing, supports the other. Yeah, so now we can bring attention to the breath. Just feel the breath. The air is full of oxygen. Along with that, all the prana Pranan Shakti, the cosmic life force energy, also flows in. The oxygen, the air is like a carrier for this energy. When we are watching the breath, it brings us back to the present moment. When we follow the breath, our attention goes deep inside. Now feel the sensations inside. Feel the deep relaxation. With every exhale, we are going into deeper and deeper relaxation. When we are aware of the breath, it naturally and gradually deepens and becomes steady. Then we receive all the cosmic life force energies more and more abundantly. Sometimes, for whatever reason, if we are not yet fully relaxed, then we can even inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Sometimes we can even inhale through the mouth and exhale through the mouth for few breaths. That is a change from the normal pattern. Whenever there is a change, then our attention will go there. So that will help us to come back to the present moment more easily. Changes are happening automatically all the time, whether we notice that or not. Only we, as the witnessing awareness, remain constant. So, if we are consciously noticing those changes, then that helps us to remain in the present moment. Otherwise, the mind will wander here and there into the past memories, into some imagination of the future. So, when we bring attention to something which we have not noticed before, then very easily we remain in the present. So, when the eyes are closed, that external distraction is immediately cut off. So, now by feeling the sensations inside, automatically we remain in the present moment. Although we say present moment, it doesn't refer to time. As we understand more, we come to know that even time and space are illusions. There is really no past or future. So the present moment is actually beyond the illusion of time and space. It's like a doorway through which we can exit the illusion. Why do many people believe that whatever we are seeing around us is real? They don't think it's an illusion. Sometimes even we find it difficult to accept that it's an illusion because everything seems to be permanent. There doesn't seem to be any change. The people around us are the same. It looks like that. They are always there with us. the things around us, the furniture, the home, the city, all of it seems to be permanent. It's there for years and years. Only when we observe everything minutely, then only we realize that small changes are continuously happening. Those small changes are not detected by the eyes. So it feels as if everything and everyone around us is permanent. It's somewhat like the movie. The movie, how is that movie produced? It's a series of photos which are taken, and that they literally have that film roll, the huge film roll. It's like a long negative. When the light is passed through that, if that roll moves very slowly, then it will appear like a series of photos. But they are making that roll to move at a certain speed. By this, what happens? Before the eyes, before the brain can register one photo as a separate photo, the next photo has come in the projector. So these two photos overlap. The message that is going to the brain, these photos, separate photos, overlap over each other. That's why in the brain an impression is created of continuity. And that's why it appears as if what is happening on the screen is real. We can see as if the people are there, the movements are happening. So it is the speed at which that film roll moves that is helping to create that illusion. So it's the same in the daily life. If the changes are happening at a certain speed through the eyes or through the other sense organs, that information goes to the brain like an electrical signal. Then the brain registers it. As a as something constant, like one photo. But if those changes are very fast or very minute, then those images overlap. Then the feeling of continuity arises. So, although we can understand now, mentally at least, that this body is always changing, cells are born, cells die. Every second, the body is changing. From this second to the next, it is no longer the same body, because thousands of cells have come and gone, and billions of molecules and atoms have come and gone. But those changes are happening at such a minute level, and also at such a speed that it is overlapping one over the other. So the eyes cannot detect that, and it seems as if it's the same body. So we feel as if I am here for so many years, the other person is a separate body, and they are there, also there for so many years. Same way with anything else, something in nature or any other body. So there's a saying that we never step into the same river twice. So although we give a name that this river is Kaveri or Ganga or whatever, we feel it's the same river, it's been flowing there for ages and ages. So when we don't analyze it, then it looks like, yeah, that river is there since ages. But only when we examine deeply, then we realize that it is billions and trillions of water molecules constantly flowing in and out. It's never the same water. When we put our foot into the river, at that time, there are certain molecules. When we remove it, when we lift up our foot, already by that time itself, it is a completely different set of molecules there. So the river is a flow. Even the mountain, although it looks so solid and permanent, even that is changing, but over large periods of time, over thousands and thousands of years. So the scientists will say Himalayas are still growing slowly, slowly it is growing. Yeah, that sounds so strange, but that's what it is. The changes are happening. So when change is continuously happening, the best way for us is to become very comfortable with the changes. Allow it to happen. No matter what change it is, if we just welcome it, allow it to happen, then we don't feel any suffering because we are aligned with nature. We are not resisting that. The body knows how to stay in alignment. So all the cells function together, supporting each other, and they stay in alignment and work harmoniously together. Naturally, they work like that. It's only when we interfere with all sorts of beliefs, then those wrong beliefs based on wrong understandings, that will disturb that alignment. So, remaining in the present moment helps us to come back into alignment. And when we consciously observe the changes happening, just witnessing, neither clinging to it nor rejecting it, then also we come back into alignment. We can focus on the ears, Since the eyes are closed, we begin to notice sounds which we would normally not have heard before. Maybe we can become aware of some vehicle passing far away. Maybe you can hear some other noise in the distance. Maybe you can hear the sound of your own breath. Maybe you can hear your own heartbeat. When we just listen to the sounds without thinking anything about it, just listen to any sounds which arise. That also keeps us in the present moment. The mind is not wandering into the past or the future. There is no past. Whatever was we call as a past, those things also happened in the present moment itself. So what we call as past is only a memory. Similarly, future also doesn't exist. It is just imagination. We are just thinking that this may happen, that may happen. So it's all in the mind, that past and future. It's just a collection of thoughts. All the experience happens only here, now, in the present. So, whenever we are fully experiencing right here, right now, without thinking anything about it, then we are fully in the present moment. So, when you are very alert, just watching, then you will notice that there is silence. Within that silence, some sound arises. It's loud for a while, then it softens and disappears. Again, there is silence. Again, after a while, maybe you can hear your breathing. There also you can see. As you keep watching, you can see a gap. There is silence. Then you can hear the slight sound of the inhale, the movement. After that, again, there is a small gap, silence, no movement, stillness. Then, after 2 3 seconds, again, there is a slight sound of the breath, movement, a slight change. After that, again, there is a small gap, no movement, stillness, silence. By this, we are training ourselves to remain as the witnessing presence. And we are observing this whole cycle of a silence, slight sound, silence, of the stillness, slight movement, stillness. Cyclically, this happens. Same way, we can notice while eating. Later, when you have breakfast, just be fully focused in the present. Don't let the mind wander into the past or the future. Let the mind stop and keep full attention for few seconds. Just look at the food. No thinking. You can imagine as if you're doing it now. Then notice your hand. Stillness, no movement. Then slowly the hand moves. picks up the food and puts it in the mouth. Then again, the hand is in stillness, no movement. Now notice the mouth. First, there is a stillness, no movement, no sound, silence. Then we begin to chew so that there's a movement. There's also the sound of chewing. Then watch the throat. At first, there is a stillness there, no movement. That is the gap, just like the gap between the breath. Then we swallow the food. That is the movement. We can even hear a small sound. After the food goes down in the throat, there is again stillness, no movement. There's also a silence. In this way, it continues. So, even if we are just watching while eating, here also we can see the gap. That gap while swallowing, that also is a doorway to exit. Go beyond the illusion of the time and space. Only when we are fully present here now, we can notice these gaps, the stillness, the silence. Supposing we are listening to some music. If there is some music which sounds very melodious to us, it may look like some song is being played continuously on some instrument, or somebody is singing some song continuously. But when we examine that closely, we will see that it is not continuous sound. Here and there is a pause, there is a gap, there is a silence. Combining those different sounds in the right way with the gaps, that is what makes it sound melodious. And it feels like a continuous song or a tune. Those gaps here and there, that is what helps to make it sound melodious. If any sound is continuous with no gaps, we would not be able to take it. We will just automatically close our ears. So, without thinking anything, if you just listen, don't focus on the meaning of the words of the song. Without thinking anything, just listen. Then you will notice those gaps. So now we are doing something which we have not done before. There is a change from the routine. By this, we will automatically remain in the present moment. So, next time when you listen to a song, don't focus on the words, on the meaning of the words. Just listen to the sound. So you will see that first there is silence, then there is the sound of the voice or the instrument. Then there is a small gap. Again, there's a small sound and a small gap. These gaps at the right time and the right length, this is what makes that sound melodious. Those sounds also have to blend into each other. It's the combination of the different sounds blending into each other smoothly, and the gaps at the right time for the right duration. It's a combination of this that makes it sound melodious. So when you notice the gap, you will notice the silence, the sound, silence, sound. Then gradually you will feel that in the background there is the deep silence, and in the foreground the sounds arise and disappear. Like small waves on the ocean. That gap leads us deeper within into the vast silence. That silence is also a stillness, no movement. Then there is the slight movement, the sound waves. Then again there is a stillness, no movement. So when we step out of the mind, don't think anything, just watch and feel that song. Notice the gaps. Notice the sound. This also will keep us fully in the present moment and lead us deep within to the deep stillness and silence. Only when we start observing this, then we can understand how this body or any other body may not be permanent. So, first we practice like this by just observing the sounds or by just observing the movements, like when we are eating or drinking something. Notice the gap as well. Then you can sit in front of a plant or a tree and just keep observing without thinking anything. Just look at one leaf. You will notice that it is still. Then a light breeze blows and the leaf moves. Then again it becomes still. So there's a stillness, then a movement, then a stillness. So if it's a tree, we can even hear the sound. First, you can notice there's a silence. Then there is the rustling of the leaf, a small sound. Then again there is silence. Or if you just look at the whole tree or the whole plant, then also you will notice the same. The whole tree seems to be still. Then you notice that the leaves are moving in the breeze. Then again you notice that the tree as a whole is in stillness. Gradually you will feel as if there is a vast stillness all around. Within that vast stillness, the slight movement of the leaves happens, and again you will feel the stillness. In that vast stillness, you can also feel the deep silence. In that, you can feel the rustling of the leaves, the sound. Then again, you can feel the deep silence. So, no matter what it is, if you just focus on that, we will notice this cycle. When we are doing that, we are fully in the present moment. There is no thought. The mind would have stopped completely, and we are just watching, observing, remaining as the awareness, which is noticing this stillness, movement, stillness, silence, sound, silence. Now we can take the attention inside and similarly just watch, be fully present. And just feel, is there any emotion, any thought? So now you can feel that stillness inside. Right now, there may be no particular emotion which rises up. There may be no thought which rises up. So we are just feeling the stillness and silence. So notice that gap before the words which you are hearing now. Notice that gap. There's a silence. Then there's the sound of the words. Again, silence. When you notice the silence, you will begin to feel it deepening and expanding. Just feel that deep, vast silence. In that, these words arise. This is a sound energy, movement. Again, silence. The energy is at rest. That energy which is present, but there is no movement, that is called potential energy. When that energy moves, that is called kinetic energy. So even the scientists say this potential energy is present everywhere in the whole cosmos. Even here in the space in front of our face, there is tons of energy. But it is in a kind of stillness, potential energy. Only sometimes here and there is a movement. It has changed into kinetic energy. And that is what we see and hear and experience. When there is a movement, that is what we hear as the sound energy. And when there is a movement, that is what we see through the eyes, like a light energy. And it is that same kinetic energy. When it is in movement, we feel it like a smell through the nose. We feel it like a taste on the tongue. and we feel it like some sensation on the skin or some sensations inside the body. Through the sense organs, whatever we are feeling, that is the kinetic energy, the energy in movement. That is what we are experiencing in different ways. So, if we observe deeply, we will become aware of that potential energy, which is energy which is in stillness, not moving. We can feel it like a silence, like a stillness. Even if you're just observing the nose, you can notice the same thing. There is no smell. Then you may smell something or the other. That is a movement in the energy. Then again, that smell goes away, and there is no smell. That is a stillness. Same way with emotions. There is a gap, no particular emotion, just a spaciousness. In that, some emotion arises. It is a small feeling at first, then it becomes more. And if we just remain watching, it will just reduce and disappear. Again, only that spaciousness and stillness remains. Same with the thought. If we are just watching, we can feel spaciousness, stillness. Then some thought arises. That is a movement of the energy, kinetic energy. It comes, becomes loud for a while, then slowly it disappears. Again, that energy has come back to stillness. It has become a potential energy. Again, there is a stillness, silence, spaciousness. And we are remaining as just the awareness, just observing all of this, the whole cycle. When we are just watching like this, just observing, no analysis, no thinking, this is when we have completely exited the dream. We are beyond this illusion of time and space. So, as often as possible, if we just do this, then suddenly at some point we will have permanently exited the illusion. So it's practice makes perfect. We have to try and do it many, many times throughout the day. Even if we do it 10 times a day for 1 or 2 minutes, that itself is a great thing. Then let's try to do it 20 times a day for 3-4 minutes. That's all. That's all we need to do. Just watch. Be in the present moment. Just by doing this, all sorts of miracles will begin to happen. We cannot say what it is because for each person, it will be special and unique. All sorts of miraculous things will happen. It feels miraculous because everything will begin to smoothen out. That feeling of my problematic life will disappear. And we will begin to feel as if life is just flowing so smoothly. So let's try to do this as much as we can. Notice the gap everywhere as often as possible. This is Shiva's method. This is what he has taught to all the Saptarishis, and through them it has come down to us. Notice the gap. So now, slowly bring attention back to the body. Feel the body from inside and out. Slowly lift up your hands. Touch the face, ears, head, neck, shoulders, arms, hands, front of the body. Touch the legs. Press your feet, back of the legs, back. By touching, we are becoming fully grounded. We are allowing all that we have understood to settle deep inside, go deep into the cellular level, bring about the changes in the deep levels. Now cover your eyes with your palms. Slowly blink your eyes behind the palms. And slowly open the eyes. Thank you, all of you, so much for joining in.
Thank you.